There's a green powder sitting in health food stores across America right now that most people have completely wrong ideas about. They think it is for energy, they think it is for immunity, they think it is something athletes take. They are not wrong. It does all of those things, but here is what nobody is talking about. This same green powder contains a compound that directly targets the nerve inflammation in your back in a way that no supplement you have probably ever taken does, not through the same pathway as turmeric, not through the same pathway as fish oil, through a completely separate anti-inflammatory mechanism that addresses the one part of your back nerve inflammation that most natural remedies completely miss. 1 teaspoon, a glass of water, every morning. And in 21 days, your back is going to feel genuinely different. Tonight, I am showing you exactly what this powder is and exactly why it works. And real quick, if you know someone whose back pain never responds to anything they try, pause right now and send this video to them, because what we are about to share could be the missing piece they have never tried. And if you are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. Every week, we bring you natural health solutions that actually work. Now let us get completely into this. The powder is spirulina. And before you say, I have heard of that, stay with me. Because what you are about to hear about spirulina has nothing to do with what most people think they know about it. Most people who have tried spirulina used it for energy or general wellness. They had no idea it contained a compound specifically targeted to the nerve inflammation driving chronic back pain. And because they did not know what it was actually doing, they did not take it correctly, did not take enough of it, and did not give it the time it needed to produce the results it is genuinely capable of. Tonight, you are going to know everything they did not know, and that is going to make all the difference. Spirulina is a blue-green microalgae, one of the oldest living organisms on Earth, 3.5 billion years old. And in all that time surviving extreme environmental stress, it evolved a defense compound so powerful that researchers studying it for pain management describe it as one of the most significant natural anti-inflammatory discoveries of the past 2 decades. That compound is called phycocyanin, the deep blue-green pigment that gives spirulina its distinctive color. And phycocyanin is why spirulina works for back pain in a way that almost nothing else does. Here's what most people never understand about chronic back pain. And this is the part that changes everything. There are 2 major inflammatory pathways that drive nerve pain and back tissue inflammation. The COX pathway, which turmeric, fish oil, and most natural anti-inflammatories target, and the LOX pathway, specifically 5-lipoxygenase, which produces a class of inflammatory compounds called leukotrienes. Leukotrienes are among the most potent nerve-sensitizing inflammatory molecules your body produces. They directly lower the pain threshold of your back nerves. They maintain the chronic inflammatory environment in compressed nerve tissue, and they are responsible for much of the burning, shooting, and persistent quality of back nerve pain that never fully responds to COX pathway treatments. Here is the critical problem that most back pain sufferers never discover. Most natural anti-inflammatory supplements, turmeric, ginger, fish oil, boswellia, primarily target the COX pathway. They do almost nothing to the LOX pathway. So if your back nerve inflammation is being driven significantly by leukotriene production through the 5-LOX pathway, and research suggests this is the case in a large percentage of chronic back pain patients, all the turmeric and fish oil in the world will only partially address what is happening in your nerve tissue. This is why so many people take all the right supplements and still wake up every morning with the same back pain. They are addressing half the problem, and the half they are missing is the half that spirulina specifically targets. Phycocyanin from spirulina directly and specifically inhibits 5-LOX. Research published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that phycocyanin produced significant and selective inhibition of 5-lipoxygenase activity, reducing leukotriene production in inflammatory tissue models by measurable and clinically meaningful amounts. The researchers noted that the selectivity of phycocyanin for 5-LOX was remarkable. It hits this specific enzyme with a potency that few other natural compounds can match. And unlike pharmaceutical 5-LOX inhibitors that carry serious side effect profiles, phycocyanin achieves this inhibition through a gentle natural mechanism with no known toxicity at dietary doses. Now here is where it gets even more interesting. Stay with me because this next part surprises almost everyone. Phycocyanin does not just inhibit 5-LOX, it also directly neutralizes peroxynitrite, one of the most damaging reactive nitrogen species produced in chronically inflamed nerve tissue. Peroxynitrite is produced when superoxide and nitric oxide combine in inflamed tissue, and it is directly neurotoxic. It damages nerve cell membranes, impairs myelin integrity, and amplifies pain signaling in ways that conventional antioxidants struggle to address. Most antioxidants cannot efficiently neutralize reactive nitrogen species, but phycocyanin can. Research published in the journal Biochemical Pharmacology demonstrated that phycocyanin was a highly effective scavenger of peroxynitrite, protecting nerve cell membranes from this specific form of reactive nitrogen damage that contributes significantly to the progressive nerve deterioration underlying chronic back pain. This is the combination that makes spirulina so specifically relevant to back pain. 5-LOX inhibition blocking leukotriene-mediated nerve sensitization, combined with peroxynitrite scavenging protecting nerve cell membranes from oxidative damage. 2 mechanisms, both specifically targeted to nerve tissue. Both through pathways that most back pain supplements completely ignore, and both working simultaneously every morning from a single teaspoon of green powder in a glass of cold water. But there is a third mechanism, and this one builds over time in a way that the first two cannot. Spirulina is extraordinarily rich in phytonutrients that directly support the production of your body's own master antioxidant, glutathione. Specifically, its high concentration of cysteine, one of the 3 amino acids required for glutathione synthesis, combined with the selenium and zinc it provides, means that consistent daily spirulina consumption measurably increases your body's endogenous glutathione production over time, and glutathione is the primary antioxidant defense system protecting your back nerve tissue from the oxidative assault of chronic inflammation. More glutathione means better protected nerve tissue. Better protected nerve tissue means less progressive nerve damage. Less progressive nerve damage means back pain that improves rather than worsens over the weeks and months of your spirulina protocol. Research published in the journal Nutrients found that spirulina supplementation at 3 grams daily for 4 weeks produced significant increases in plasma glutathione levels, confirming that dietary spirulina meaningfully enhances the body's own antioxidant defense capacity rather than just providing external antioxidants. For back pain patients over 60 whose natural glutathione production has declined significantly with age, this glutathione-boosting effect provides a genuine and sustained improvement in nerve tissue protection that compounds progressively with each week of consistent spirulina consumption. Week 1 produces some improvement. Week 2 produces more. Week 3 produces more still. This is not a supplement that peaks quickly and levels off. It builds consistently in the right direction. Now, there is a fourth mechanism that most discussions of spirulina for pain completely overlook, and it is one of the most practically important for seniors with chronic back pain. Spirulina contains a very high concentration of gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, a specific omega-6 fatty acid that, unlike the inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids found in vegetable oils, is powerfully anti-inflammatory. GLA is converted in the body to a compound called DGLA, dihomogamma-linolenic acid, which competes directly with arachidonic acid for the COX2 enzyme. When DGLA occupies COX2 instead of arachidonic acid, it produces anti-inflammatory prostaglandin E1 rather than inflammatory prostaglandin E2. This means spirulina's GLA content actually addresses the COX pathway simultaneously with phycocyanin's LOX pathway inhibition, giving you comprehensive coverage of both major inflammatory cascades through a single daily supplement. Research published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry confirmed that dietary GLA supplementation produced significant reductions in prostaglandin E2 levels in inflammatory conditions, directly supporting this mechanism for back pain relief. 4 mechanisms, 1 teaspoon, every morning. This is why spirulina produces results for back pain that surprise people who have tried dozens of other supplements without this level of comprehensive anti-inflammatory coverage. Now here is exactly how to take it correctly, because the details matter enormously. The therapeutic dose for back pain benefit based on the available research is 2 to 3 grams of spirulina daily, which equals approximately 1 level teaspoon of high-quality spirulina powder or 3 to 4 standard spirulina capsules. Take it every morning on an empty stomach or with a small amount of food. Mix the powder into a glass of cold water, not hot water, as heat degrades phycocyanin significantly, or blend it into a cold smoothie. If the flavor is too strong initially, which some people find in the first week, mix it with cold apple juice or orange juice until your palate adjusts. Most people find the flavor completely acceptable after the first 5 to 7 days. When buying spirulina, quality matters enormously. Look for certified organic spirulina. Non-organic spirulina can absorb heavy metals from contaminated water sources. Look for products that specify their phycocyanin content and choose brands with third-party testing for purity. Reputable brands available at Whole Foods, Amazon, and health food stores across America include Nutrex Hawaii Pure Hawaiian Spirulina, Now Foods Spirulina, and Earthrise Spirulina Natural, all of which meet quality standards appropriate for therapeutic use, and all of which are available for less than 30 cents per daily dose. Give the protocol a genuine minimum of 21 days before assessing your results. The 5-LOX inhibition from phycocyanin builds progressively as tissue concentrations increase. The glutathione boost compounds week over week. Most people notice initial improvements in the burning and nerve-sensitized quality of their back pain between days 10 and 14. The full benefit becomes apparent at the 21-day mark and continues to develop over the following weeks of consistent use. Track your pain score morning and evening every single day on a simple 1 to 10 scale. This daily tracking is what allows you to see the gradual but consistent improvement that spirulina produces, which can be subtle enough week to week that without tracking, you might underestimate how much progress is actually happening. To maximize your results, combine your morning spirulina with these 2 additions. First, take vitamin C at 500 milligrams alongside your spirulina every morning. Vitamin C enhances phycocyanin stability in the digestive system and improves its bioavailability, producing measurably higher blood phycocyanin concentrations than spirulina taken without vitamin C. This is a simple addition that costs almost nothing and meaningfully amplifies the primary therapeutic mechanism we have been discussing. Second, continue or add omega-3 fish oil at 2 grams daily. Fish oil's EPA and DHA address the COX inflammatory pathway through their own mechanism, while spirulina's phycocyanin and GLA address the LOX pathway. The combination provides comprehensive coverage of both major inflammatory cascades driving your back nerve pain simultaneously through completely complementary mechanisms. Together, spirulina, vitamin C, and fish oil cost less than $2 per day and address your back nerve inflammation more comprehensively than any single supplement could achieve. The bottom line is this: your back nerve inflammation has 2 drivers, the COX pathway and the LOX pathway. Most supplements only address one. Spirulina addresses both, plus peroxynitrite damage, plus glutathione production. 4 mechanisms, 1 teaspoon every morning for 21 days. The part of your back nerve inflammation that nothing else has been reaching finally meets something that can, and the results that build over those 21 days, quietly, consistently, in the right direction, are what back pain patients who have tried everything else describe as finally feeling like something is actually working on the underlying problem rather than just temporarily masking it. 1 teaspoon, cold water, every morning, starting tomorrow. Your LOX pathway has been waiting for this. Now, before you go, drop a comment right now and tell me your age and the city you are watching from. And tell me, have you ever tried spirulina before? Did you know it worked specifically for nerve inflammation through the LOX pathway? I read every single comment personally. And if this video showed you a mechanism your back pain treatments have been completely missing, please share it right now with someone whose back pain never fully responds to anything they try. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. 1 teaspoon cold water every morning, 21 days. Your back nerve inflammation finally has a complete solution. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment of any kind. Individual results will always vary. Spirulina may cause side effects in individuals with phenylketonuria or autoimmune conditions. Always choose certified organic spirulina to avoid heavy metal contamination. Consult your healthcare provider before starting spirulina, especially if taking blood-thinning medications or managing autoimmune conditions. The creator is not a licensed medical professional. Nothing in this video is intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Viewer discretion is advised.